All right, all right. Good morning, my social media superstars. This is Taria Hodge, and I want to thank you guys for being so patient and hanging in there with me. I think I do have the live feed now, so if you guys can see me out there, just go ahead and type in the comment section that you can see me and you can hear me. Boy, I tell you, technology is something, okay? So let me just check to make sure that you can see me and you can hear me. I'm checking with my technical team and I see the hearts that are going across the screen. So that lets me know that you can see me and you can hear me. Boy, I'm telling you, technology is amazing when it works, and you always have to have like a go-to solution. Okay. So I got up this morning just before I jump into today's content. So I got up this morning and I was just like, fussing. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it is so cold. Well, it's not really cold, but it's getting cooler. And so for those of you who know me, I'm a good old island girl. I really don't like the cold weather. And I'm just like, it's time for me to start making plans to go back to warmer weather. It's time for me to start looking for my ticket to head back to the Virgin Islands. And I tell you what, I guess that my internet service said the same thing. It's too cold to work today. So I apologize for the delay. I had a little trouble connecting the Facebook Live like I usually do on my phone. Okay, so it's always a good thing when you have other go-to solutions. So I just said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and jump on and do this through Zoom, do a Zoom webinar and stream live. So here I am. So thank you once again, guys, for calling and checking in on me, sending the text messages, just checking in to make sure that everything is okay, making sure that I'm okay, everything is all right. And I just absolutely love it because it lets me know that you guys are out there, you're watching, and you are looking forward to Social Media Saturdays. And for that, I just want to say thank you, and I love you guys for it, okay? So without any further ado, because I know I'm a little late today, we are getting ready to talk about September, and September is the month for content. So we're talking about content, and we are talking about posting strategies as well. Okay. So before I get into the meat and potatoes of today's broadcast, I just want to welcome everyone once again to Social Media Saturdays. And if you are new to Social Media Saturdays, let me just take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Taria Hodge, and I am a social media strategist, and I am also the host of Social Media Saturdays, which is an online broadcast platform, live online broadcast platform. So these things are happening in real time, okay? And what it's designed to do is help entrepreneurs and business leaders leverage the power of social media in their business, okay? And I think for the week we had a couple of new people that have joined us, and I think I just want to give a shout out to Kingston Griffith. Thank you, Kingston Griffith, for actually joining our Social Media Saturdays group. I don't know if you are on this morning, but thank you and welcome for joining. Welcome to the community. We also have Ayana Seats, and I know Ayana Seats, she's out of Cleveland, so welcome Ayana Seats to Social Media Saturdays. And we also have Wakita Gray. So those are our newest members into Social Media Saturdays, and I love it. And last night, just to let you guys know, I was kind of up late, and I was just scrolling through the feed and just looking at all the comments, the engagements, the postings, the sharing that you guys are doing out there. I absolutely love it, and I'm pleased to see that we are actually engaging with each other and sharing information, sharing content during the week, and not just on Saturdays. Because just to give you an idea and a background, this is a community, and I want this community to be a safe place where entrepreneurs and business owners could come, ask the questions, get the help that they need, once again, to leverage social media in their business. So if you are out there and you are joining us, this morning, just take a minute to introduce yourself to the group, okay? Please share your name, tell us where you're from, tell us a little bit about your business. Exactly how do you serve in your business? We want to know. So go ahead and post those comments in the questions, in the comment section. And then if you have a Facebook business page, make sure that you post the link to your Facebook business page in the comment section below. And then also, if you don't have a Facebook business page as yet, I'm going to encourage you to get one. Okay, but if you don't have a Facebook business page set up, one of the things that you want to do is also share your website. So let me just take a peek and see who is out there and who is joining us this morning. All right, so I see that Deronda is out there. She said, good morning. She found it. Thank you, Deronda, for joining. And yes, I apologize. Just a little technical difficulty this morning. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa is all the way from St. Thomas. Lisa Wynn Magnuson. So thank you once again, Lisa, for jumping on social media Saturdays. I'm happy to see that you're here. Good morning, Mr. Murray. How are you? Thank you for joining this morning. And Dakisha is here. Thank you for joining. I see Colette is on here, and Colette says that she can see me and she can hear me. So that means that we are ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay. So like I mentioned, we have entered the month of September, and this month in September, I'm going to specifically, cover content, and I'm going to cover posting strategies all through the month of social media Saturdays. Okay. So last month in August, we focused on growth strategies for social media. So naturally, after growth comes the next step. Okay, which is the posting. What should I post? What type of content should I post on social media? And I get the questions all the time. It isn't a day that goes by that someone isn't asking exactly what do I post on social media. I usually get what's the best time to post on social media, and then how often do I post my content on social media. So today I'm going to spend some time and I'm going to address those three areas. So we're going to talk about what to post on social media, when to post on social media, and how often to post on social media. Okay, so the first thing, what to post on social media. So I'm sharing like 5 effective types of content that I'm telling you, if you share this content on social media, you will never go wrong. You will have the opportunity to attract people, to your business, build your awareness, build your audience, because once again, that's a huge part of what social media is all about. Okay, so the first type of content that you want to strategically post on social media is your internal content. So I'm just going to share that. Okay, the first type of content that you want to focus on your social media content strategy is your internal content. And now, what do I mean by internal content? Internal content is simply the stuff that you create in your business. Okay, and I talk about this all the time. It could be your blog post. So if you are out there, you have a blog site, don't just let your blogs sit on your website and collect dust, right? Because a lot of times we think that, because we put it on our website, people are coming and they're coming in droves. And the reality of the situation is that people might not see, your content on your blog site. So you could actually leverage social media to drive the traffic back to your blog site so people could see your content. So you want to make sure that you're sharing your blog posts on your social media channels. And one of the things that I absolutely love this year, I started focusing on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been huge for me. And I now share my blog posts on LinkedIn using the LinkedIn publisher. Okay, so they have an opportunity for you to share articles on LinkedIn, and I absolutely love it. So once again, you could share your blog posts. You could share videos that you create in your business. So for an example, on Saturdays, I do social media Saturdays, and social media Saturdays is all about video content. So I jump on here and I do lives. Okay, so definitely you could share your videos, whether they're live videos or they're pre-recorded videos. Okay, studies show people are just consuming video content. Video content is really hot right now. Okay. You also want to share your pictures. Okay. So if you are, you have your business, you have your products, you have your services, you want to definitely showcase. If you have physical items that you sell in your business, it's great that you could definitely position those items via imagery on social media as well. Okay. And it doesn't, if you don't have, if you're a service provider and you're not creating physical products, like tangible products that people could touch, you also want to use images to kind of share or give people an insight or a window as to how you do your business, what you do as part of your daily routine. Because that's what I love about social media. People want to always act engaged. They want to know exactly what you're doing, how you do what you do. So videos and pictures are just a great way for you to showcase that, what I call internal content. Okay. The second type of content that you want to share on social media is external content. Now, external content is content that of other people. Okay, so here's the thing. Sometimes I know people go, oh my gosh, I don't have that much content, or I'm struggling to create content in my business. It doesn't always have to be your content that you share. You could share other people's content as well. And make sure when you share other people's content, make sure that you're giving credit. Okay, so external content is just stuff that you find that you think that your audience can benefit from. And I love it because there are so many influencers in my industry that I follow. And what I do is that I share important information with my audience, my network, my ideal clients, the things that I don't necessarily do in my business, but I know it will be able to help them. So external content is another type of content that you could use to build out your content strategy and your posting strategy on social media. The third type of content that you want to consider sharing on social media will be your inspirational content. And I love inspirational content, and the internet loves inspirational content as well. Okay. Now, inspirational content is that content that moves you. And we see it all the time. It's so wonderful to wake up to a motivational quote, or something that will, kind of give you fuel and keep you going, especially on the days when you don't feel like getting anything done. And I know we all have those days. I'm not the only person that have those days, right? So sometimes we just need a little bit more motivation than other days. So inspirational content would be great content that you could once again position in front of your audience that would give them the opportunity to just get that extra push, that extra oomph. It also helps position you as a thought leader in your industry as well. Okay. And what I like about inspirational content is that it takes off like wildfire. I'm just going to say that. I think that has got to be shared type of content on social media, inspirational and motivational content. So if you're out there and you're thinking, once again, you're struggling about how to build out a content strategy, you definitely want to include inspirational content in your strategy. Okay. Now, the fourth type of content you want to consider adding to your posting strategy or your content strategy on social media would be your promotional content. Now, your promotional content is things that you share with your audience or share with your ideal client to let them know more of how you could help them in your business. Now, under promotional content, we have things like our lead magnets or perfect opt-in gifts, or which I prefer to call them perfect opt-in gift. It's great for you to position that type of information, once again, that will give your audience the opportunity to raise their hand and say that they want more information from you. And then you could also position other promotional content. You could position your webinars. You could also position the products that you are offering in your business. That falls under promotional content. Now, I'm just going to say this when it comes to promotional content. One of the things that I'm going to caution you about is to make sure that you are following the 80-20 rule when it comes to promotional content. And what do I mean by the 80-20 rule? The 80-20 rule is this. You want to offer 80% of value and then position your products or your items or your programs for sale 20% of the time. So 80% of the time, you should be sharing value, and 20% of the time, you should be promoting your products. And I talk about this all the time because this is what I see. So I see people who are literally on two ends of the spectrum. So I do have the entrepreneurs that say, you know what, I'm on here on social media. I get it. You know, it's a great tool to use for business. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to solely use social media for business. And when they promote or they engage with their audience on social media, all they position is content that drives people to a product or service or a program. So it's the buy. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you the point of social media is for us to remain social. Okay. So, and I talk about this all the time on Facebook. People do not come onto Facebook looking to purchase. Okay, so it's all about how you wrap your product, you wrap your program inside of the value that you're offering. And then I have the other type of entrepreneur or a business leader who's on social media, and you're kind of struggling to figure out exactly what they do in their business because it's like they never talk about their business. So you see all the social things that they do, and it looks like they're having a wonderful time, but you're kind of left wondering, well, if I really wanted to work with them, how would I position myself, to work with them, or exactly what is it that they offer that I could benefit from? Okay, so that's the other end of the spectrum. Sometimes I see the people out there, they're on social media, they're very active, but they never talk about their business. So it's kind of hard for people who are following them for business reasons to know exactly what it is that they're positioning in their business or what is it that they do. Okay, so always remember, you don't want to be on either one of the spectrums. You want to make sure that you have a happy balance, you have a happy medium, that people are able to engage with your content, they have fun when they see you on social media. Okay, but you are also positioning your products and your services as well. So whether you're offering like your perfect opt-in gift or your lead magnet, as it's sometimes called, okay, or your freemium, okay, or you're directly positioning for a sale to your product, you want to make sure that you deliver value and then you also position your product. But do it. Follow the 80-20 rule. If you follow the 80-20 rule, you can't miss. Now, the fifth type of content that you could share on social media, and this works really well, guys, okay, is the behind the scenes content. So this is content that showcases your business culture. So what is it that you do in your business that would allow your audience to kind of peer behind the curtain and see specifically how you work with your clients? Okay. Now, once you start to share those behind the scene types of content, I promise you it's going to encourage other people who have been thinking, they've been sitting on the fence, about working with you. But once you give them the opportunity to see how you work with your other clients or the things that you do behind the scenes in your business, that might be the tipping factor. Okay, so I hope I just made everything a whole lot easier for you. If you are out there struggling and you're thinking about, oh my gosh, you mean I have to post on social media every day? And I think we could all do that for for personal reasons, but when it comes to business, you kind of struggle a little bit. So hopefully those 5 types of content that I shared with you, you'll start to implement into your posting strategy. You'll start to develop what I call your content calendar. So you should have a content marketing calendar. And if you start positioning those types of content on your calendar, you'll see easy peasy, you'll be able to knock it out. Okay, so let me just go ahead and check to see if I have any questions or any comments out there. And it's like I'm maneuvering between Facebook and also the Zoom webinar. Okay, so I'm just checking to see if there are any questions out there. I've been able to see the pop-ups, but not necessarily see the questions. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to show up for me, now we're going to talk about how often do I post or when to post on social media. Okay, bear with me just 1 second here. I was trying to maneuver the screen so I could see the comments. Okay, so I guess after I'm done, I'll go back and I'll take a look at the comments. Okay, so next we're going to talk about when to post on social media. So that's another huge question that I get all the time. Okay, so exactly when would be the best time for me to do my content. So like I said, Facebook lives, the videos on Facebook, hot. Okay, so clients ask me all the time, when is the best time you think for me to do my lives? And I'm going to say there's 3 methods that you could implement and you could try. Okay, so there's no really hard answer or hard track to this question, when to post on social media. So one of the things that you could do, you could always go out there and make an assumption. Post when you think your audience is mostly online, okay? And then track your numbers, okay? So if you are, taking a look, and we once again should be taking a look at the demographics of our ideal clients. And if you think your ideal clients are available in the morning, if you think they're available in the evenings, if it's the weekend, just go ahead and try it. So there's nothing that says because you tried something that you can't go back and make assumptions or make adjustments. That's the words, okay? Make adjustments. You could always make adjustments. Another strategy that you could use, you could just, once again, guess and check, okay? So try different things out. I know Dikisha did a webinar the other day, last week, and we actually talked about this. We did an experiment a couple years ago where we said, hey, look, we're going to do 8 webinars in 1 month, okay? Now, 8 webinars in 1 month. And it sounded like a lot. It sounded like a heavy task. But one of the things that we decided that we were going to do is we were going to use the same webinar, so same content, and position that same content at different times of the day. And now here's what different times of the day and different days of the week. So let me just say that. And here's what's interesting. We were able, to successfully, do those 8 webinars, in 1 month. And what we found is that when we took a look at the audience, you had some people who could engage during the week, during the day. Other people could engage during the week in the evenings. Some people only on weekends. Some people only on Sunday night. So you just have to be willing, to try things and then check. Take a look at your metrics. And this is going to bring me into the 3rd method, okay, which is use your analytic tools. Now, I always talk about all the time making sure that you are having activity on your Facebook business page. And it's a huge topic of discussion because people say this all the time. Oh my gosh, I noticed that the engagement on my Facebook business page is low. But here's the thing. keep doing it, because the more that you do it, the more chances you have of shifting that algorithm that Facebook has. Okay, so how Facebook actually works is once you start posting content on your Facebook business page and people start to engage with your content on your Facebook business page, it opens up that content to more people. Now, here's a cool thing that you could do. If you are looking or studying or trying to figure out when the best time that your audience is on social media, go into your Facebook Insights. So on your Facebook business page, there's a tab up to the top that says Insights, okay? And I hope you guys are clicking on your insights. So click on your insights, and not only will it tell you when you share content, whether that content is a written post or it's a video or it's an image that you posted, it would not only tell you the reach, it will not only tell you the engagement, but it would also share with you a graph of the times that people are interacting with your content. So you can see the highest times throughout the day that people are active on your social media. Okay, so if it's very important for you, to know, and this is one of the things, if you're really struggling with it and you want to know when your audience is online and you want to position certain types of content, to them when it's at the high peak, make sure that you are using your Facebook Insights. Okay, so that's just the best tip that I could give out of all the three strategies, of when to post. That is absolutely my favorite, to use your Facebook Insights. Okay, now next we're going to talk about how often to post on social media. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover this very briefly, very quickly. Studies show that to be effective as business owners on Pinterest, we have to post or share on Pinterest at least 5 times a day. Now, once again, I know for some of you, you're like, oh my gosh, posting, 5 times a day. What in the world am I sharing 5 times a day? But I just shared with you 5 types of content. Okay, so as you build out your content strategy and you build out your content calendar, it becomes easy, for you to position your content, for you to position inspirational content, for you to position external content, your promotional content, and also your behind the scenes content. And keep in mind, Pinterest is not just images, okay? You can share your videos on Pinterest as well. Okay, so if you did not know that, I hope that helps a lot. I know people are creating awesome video content. Twitter, posting up to 3 times a day on Twitter. Studies show is best for you to share 3 times a day on Google+, 1 time per day on LinkedIn, and at least twice a day on Instagram. Okay, and I almost forget Facebook, and Facebook 3 times a day on Facebook. Okay, so let me see if I can now see my comments. Okay, so if you guys are out there and you have any questions, you have any comments, please feel free to go ahead and ask. And I see that Odessa asked, hi, Lady O, good morning, good morning. Is this public to share? Yes, Lady O, it is definitely public to share. And Deronda says, hosted, created, consulted on more than 100 specialty events as my business approaches our 20-year anniversary this month. Awesome, awesome, Deronda. Kudos to you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Odessa says, Lady O says, exceptional day to Ria Hodge, Colette, and Dekisha, Darlene. Hi, Darlene. I have all my VI people in the house this morning. Darlene says, I'm so proud of you. Love you, love you, love you, Darlene. Thank you. And I see that we even have Daphne Clark Huston all the way from Jamaica. And Daphne is my transformational coach all the way from the island. So thank you, Daphne, for jumping on this morning. All right. And I think that is it. And I see that Larick Calhoun, he has also jumped on this morning all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. So I definitely, once again, love you guys, appreciate you guys. Thank you for jumping on. And please make sure that you are definitely connecting, asking your questions and making your comments, because I do come back and I track everything. I respond, try my best to respond on time to all the comments. Okay, so Mr. Murray says, where would I be without you? Oh, Mr. Murray, I love you too. So once again, let me just do a brief recap with everyone before I let you go. And today was once again all about the 5 types of content that you, effective types of content that you could start sharing on your social media. So the first type, number 1, you have your external content, your internal content, I apologize, your internal content. Number 2, you have your external content. 3, your inspirational content, which I absolutely love those. Those are always fun to share, inspirational content. You have promotional content, and then also behind the scene content, okay? And for those of you who are out there and you have not had the opportunity to grab the 5 steps to creating a winning social media strategy, it's a special worksheet that I've put together for you. Make sure that you take the time to grab the worksheet, okay? And here is exactly how you can get it. You can get it by texting the word strategy to 240-747-7115. Once again, 240-747-7115. And you simply text the word strategy to receive the worksheet, okay? And once again, is the 5 steps to creating a winning social media strategy. And one of the things that I talk about in the worksheet that I think that is so important is that social media is not something that sets apart from your business goals, okay? So you should have your goals, think that you are destined to achieve in your business, and then you want to use social media strategy to go ahead and help you achieve those goals, okay? All right, and so if there are no more questions for me, I am going to let you guys enjoy the beautiful Saturday. So I think Deronda says, what's number 5 behind the scenes? Yes, Deronda, number 5 is behind the scenes. So you want to make sure that you are showcasing your business culture. People always want to know exactly what you do, to help other people like them. Okay, so peeking back behind the scenes. And I know you do events, Deronda. So it'll be great, if you start doing, like Facebook Lives videos of what it, goes on behind the scenes of putting together, an event and hosting an event. Okay. So people definitely would tune in to watch that. Right. And Larick, I think you got it. That's correct. You text the word strategy to 240-747-7115 to receive the 5 steps to create a winning social media strategy. So that's a worksheet that I have put together. And I know definitely I even eat my own cooking. So I go through the worksheet myself. Okay. And it's definitely helped me, because these are the things that I put in practice for my business. So I'm sharing that with you guys as well. Okay. All right. So thank you once again for joining on another fantastic episode of Social Media Saturdays. Join me again next Saturday, same time, 10 a.m. And we are going to continue the conversation along the lines of posting and your content strategy. So the month of September, we're strictly talking about content and your posting strategy for social media. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.